They get it to him running left. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now a toss going left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
Throwing on 1st down. Marshall. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
On 1st down, Marshall. And incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Marshall. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Marshall. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone. Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 3rd down, Marshall. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Right,
He doesn't even exist.
56.
He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right?
Right,
So
now,
you've got to go
56.
out and create some
56.
offense for us here and give us some points.
No,
No
Jack
way
Patrick.
does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Lucky 56.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch him now, Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on second down. Marshall. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On first and 10, Marshall. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Marshall finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
To throw on second down. Marshall. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over! All right, now, look at 50.
And they'll run it here. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Gone!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Leopard! Gone! Over! Gone!
On 1st down, Marshall. Wide open receiver complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone!
On 1st and 10, Marshall. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down.
Detroit! Over!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Gone! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
No, check, Patriot! Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
A final shot before break. Marshall. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They go play action now. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Throwing to start the drive. Marshall. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone. Detroit.
Looking to throw. Marshall. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Marshall. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Marshall. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now a toss going left. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Jackson now. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as
and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Back now at Lambeau. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Check. Patriot. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw. Marshall. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 48. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson throwing again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
The Packers on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll go on the ground. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brent, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Marshall. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 4th down, Marshall. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Second and goal from inside the 5. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One last shot for Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Chicago, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.